Hello everybody and welcome to today's practice. We're going to be doing some yoga with weights, so it's part of the lesson on strength. So why yoga with weights? Resistance training is really important for women from, actually you should be doing resistance training as teenagers because that's when your bone density develops. Obviously we're past that quite a lot, but if you do have daughters, this is quite important and maybe something to think about. So as you age, so it's not just menopause, muscle reduces. It starts reducing from about the age of 35. And of course, muscle is really important for metabolism, which changes through menopause and as we age. It's really important to support your bones as well. So I started resistance training a lot more about 3 years ago. I really didn't want to do it. I find it quite boring. I'm a runner and I was getting injured quite a lot. And I'd been reading up about how important lifting weights was for the menopausal body, particularly heavy weights. Now, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not an aerobics teacher, I'm a yoga teacher, so we're not going to be lifting heavy weights. In fact, I've got quite a few weights here. I've got 2 kilos, which is the lightest, which I'm going to use quite a lot during this class, and probably the best one for you to start with if you've never sort of used weights at all. I've got some 3 kilos. There's my 5 kilo, and then I've got a 7 kilo. So obviously the muscles in the body are all different. Some are big, the leg muscles, the glutes, they're strong. So if we're doing leg work, you can use heavier weights. A lot of the muscles in the arms are much weaker, okay, they're smaller, and some are stronger than others. So for example, your triceps are quite small, so you might want to use the lighter weight. So this class really is about experimenting, okay? So don't go out and buy a load of weights, because if you think, I just don't think I'm going to be able to do, this class, then you're wasting your money. So just see how it goes. And again, you'll find as we work through the class, doing different poses, doing different movements with the arms, with the weights, you'll find out which weight you'll need. Okay, so for example, when we're doing biceps or lat raises or triceps, they're all different muscles, and some of them are going to be stronger than others. So that's for you to sort of work out. In this class, this is a good one. This is our first one, so you can sort of play around and see how it goes. Okay, so this is going to be a half an hour class. It's not very long, and it's for you to sort of get a bit of a taste of doing yoga with weights. Okay, so we're going to start standing, which is unusual in my classes. I always start us lying down, but for this one, we're going to start standing up. But we're still going to go through the breath work and the usual rituals of settling into the body. So just close your eyes, feet apart, soften the knees, and just have a little sway. Notice how you're feeling today, how your body feels in space, how your energy levels. Obviously, it depends on what time of day you've got on the mat. And just start to focus on the breath. Notice where the body's moving. Notice the quality of your breathing. How is it this morning? Is it nice and slow and smooth? Does it feel a little bit fast and rugged? Doesn't matter. Remember, your breathing changes all the time. All the time. Nothing's permanent, and that's important. Then open the eyes. We're just going to have a big stretch. I'm just going to lengthen These are called jazz stretches. They're a nice thing to do in the morning. You don't need weights. You don't need yoga clothes on. You might start yawning. And then just take the arms out to the side. Good. And then we're just going to take some weights. I'm going to pick up my 3 kilo just to get into the shoulders. So I'm bending at the arm, so there's some work going on in the triceps and the outer, the biceps and the outer biceps. Shoulder rolls tend to get the trapezius working at the top there. That's the area when they go for a massage and they say, oh, you've got lots of knots here. And then moving the other way. Forward movement is a bit trickier. And then we're going to just lift up. And again, there's no sort of reps or anything. I just want you to feel the movement. Keep breathing. Notice which shoulder feels like it's more open. Does one arm feel like it's stronger than the other? And then the other way. Good. And then we're just going to bend the knees and come into a nice little chair pose. And we're going to do some bicep curls. So you're working the legs, really pushing to the outside of the feet. So I could probably do a 5 kilo here, but I'm going to stay with the 3. Now with bicep curls, you don't want to bring them all the way up. You just want to come to here and then down. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10. Okay, take rest when you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put them down. So we're going to come into a lovely forward fold. So bend the knees, hinge at the hips. You've got a flat back. And take 10 breaths, relax. Now bend the knees, push into the outside of the feet, come up without rounding your back. Okay, rounding the lower back is not good. That lumbar spine for the menopausal body. So again, we're staying in this low little shape, chair pose, Utkatasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep breathing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax down, bend those knees. So taking breaks in between resistance training is really important as well. Okay, so you need to sort of recalibrate, get your body back, get your breath back. Okay, if you're really fatigued, there's no point in doing another set because you're not working properly. I'm going to use my 5s on this one, so you're coming back into chair. Okay, 1, 2, 3, it's more difficult. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down, put them down. We're going to step back into downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Give those shoulders a stretch, the biceps. And come forwards into planks. You can come onto your knees and we're just going to lower down. Push up through cobra. And breathe out. Come back into dog. Walk the feet to the hands. Bend the knees. And come all the way back up through chair. So we're just going to do some nice flowing sun salutations just to get the body moving a little bit, stretch it out. So breathing in, exhale, now soften the knees, lead with the chest. Step back into dog, take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale into plank, come onto the knees if you need to. Lower down on the exhale. Breathe in, little cobra, elbows in, spread the fingers. Exhale, engage your core, down dog, 5 breaths. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Breathe out, downward dog. 5 breaths. Now we're going to inhale, lift up the right leg. As you breathe out, draw the knee into the chest, scoop it in, come high on the toes, push the floor away. Inhale, take the leg up and back. Exhale, scoop the knee in, place it between your hands. Now we're in a low lunge. So we're going to take the 2 kilo weight, okay, in the right hand. And I'm going to breathe in and lift. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 8 more. Inhale up. This is quite light, so it's not too bad. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 5 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. And up. And down. Inhale up. And down. And up. And down. Come on to the back knee. Breathe in. We're going to come into crescent moon. Okay, now again on this one, I'm going to take my 3 kilo weights. You can still use your 2. And we're going to do some overhead lifts. So these are for your deltoids. Inhale, exhale. So 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Really push the feet away from each other. 6 to balance. 7, 8, 9, 10. Put them down, come into dog, which will give you a rest. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the foot through. Back knee comes down. Or you can keep it up, and then we'll go back to our lifts with the lunge. 1, 2. I'm going to change mine. 3 to a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the weights down, hop the back foot in. So come into pyramid, relax. Good. Bring the back foot down. Inhale, back into our crescent moon. Taking your 3 kilo weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring them down. And then we're just going to come into half splits, which is nice, relax. Give that hamstring a good stretch. And don't forget, you can have a blanket under your knee here, so whatever you need. One more in our crescent moon. Just bring up the weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come into half splits. Back into low lunge, bring the back knee up. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pyramid or some sort of variation. Get your breath back. Push back into dog. Take a few breaths. You can just drop into child's pose. You can do a little vinyasa if you want, whatever you need. And I'll meet you in child's pose. We'll take 10 breaths here. Really relax the arms down. I want to savour these moments of effortlessness. Okay. Really enjoy the moments where your body is sort of reaping the rewards. This is so important in yoga. So we're going to do the other side. I'm going to turn around so you can see this side. So I'm going to continue with my 3 kilo weights. So we're going to start in dog. The left leg rises. Inhale, scoop it in, so really get that knee in. Breathe in, exhale. Back into our low lunge with the left leg in front. So don't forget, you want to keep this knee over the ankle, keep pushing the weight back into that back heel. If you want to put a brick under that right hand, if you need your bricks, okay, for some support, that's fine. Now, this time, we're going to be doing the left, okay? Now, my left arm is a lot weaker, so I might swap to a 2 kilo if it starts to ache a little bit. So here we go, we're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay so far, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten, have a relax. And it is important to take these little rests. If you need, obviously, to take more rest, just pause. Great thing about technology, doing things online, you've got your own pace. Bring the back knee down. So we're going to come up into crescent moon. So remember to get yourself really stable in this pose. You need to push the feet away from each other. The back toes are tucked. You might want to put something under that right knee. In fact, I think I'll just put my little cushion there. So this time in our crescent moon, we're not going to be doing the overheads. We're going to be doing bicep curls. Okay, so 3 sets of 10. This is the first set. 1. So keep it low. 2. Don't bring them all the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push back, nice little half split. So get your breath back because you're coming down. It's nice and passive, giving that hamstring a nice stretch. And then we're back in our low lunge. 1, 2. My other hand is on the weight. 3. So it gives me a bit of height, and it's stable. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, straighten that front leg, have a little rest. Let the head go. So coming upside down, bringing the heart, the head below the heart, immediately calms down your nervous system. Back knee down into our crescent moon with our bicep curls. 1, 2, 3. It's too light for, just increase the weight. So again, this class is going to help you to sort of gauge what you need. 7, I think. 8, 9, 10. Half splits. Back into our low lunge. This is our last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heart rate's definitely going up. Back knee down for our last set of biceps, in crescent moon. Whoops. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step into dog. And you can see I've got my weights here. They're really stable. So I'm using them for some height. And then drop into your child's pose. 10 breaths. Enjoy. Okay, so we're going to come and lie on our backs just to give us an opportunity to lie down. And we're going to do some glute work. I'm going to put this really low pillow under my head. Now, for this, I'm going to take my 7 kilo weight, okay? Because I'm used to doing these, but you might want to try the 5 or the 3, or you might just want to do it without the weight. The other thing, which is a really good thing to do when you're doing these hip thrusts or sort of bridges, okay, it looks like a yoga bridge, is to put a band around the thighs. So I've got this one here. I use this a lot, and what it does, it helps to get into the sort of the outer hips, the glute medius as well. So remember, the glutes are such important muscles. So the biggest muscles in the body, they tend to be very weak because modern humans don't use them properly. You'll notice that sprinters have got really big glutes, and we just don't sprint anymore. You know, we're not being chased by you know, woolly mammoths. So our glutes are a little bit lazy, and it's quite hard to isolate the glutes, but this is a really good one, and it'll help you identify which is your weaker glute, and that's quite important as well. Just like anything in yoga, you know, you realize how asymmetrical the body is. So glute raises or hip thrusts, whatever you want to call them, very important. Particularly if you do run and you're starting to get injured, it's generally because the glutes are weak, and you end up getting IT band problems, etc. So these are very important. So I'm going to put my band on. So you're going to bring your feet hip width apart, and you're going to bring them in quite close. So it's not like traditional yoga bridge, okay? You can turn your feet out, okay? And you're not sort of rolling up, you're literally thrusting up the hips. So let me just show you. Okay, so don't sort of, and I want you to squeeze your glutes as much as you can. Okay, so if you don't want to use a weight on top, that's fine, particularly if you've never done them before. So I'm going to try my 7 kilos. Oof. Okay, so we're going to do, again, 10, 3 sets of 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really squeeze the glutes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 breaths. Another set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can feel my right glute is starting to get tired because it's my weaker side. So see if you can feel the difference. Little rest. And of course, you know, we can do a lot more than 10 reps, and we will build up to that. So let's do the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. And then we're just going to come into reclined pigeon to just give those glutes a stretch. And then change. And having these little stretches in between is helping you get your breath back. A little happy baby there as well. And then we're going to roll up. A little bit of core. Okay, so we're going to come into boat. So I want you to get really tall in the spine. You draw the knees in, widen the collarbones. We're just going to start with a little leg kicks just to get the body used to this shape. Good. Now, again, choose your weight. Okay. I'm going to take my 5 today. And I'm going to hold it between my hands like this. You can hold it like this as well. If you don't want to use the weight, you don't have to either. Okay, and you can keep your feet grounded, or you can bring your legs up. Okay, I'm also putting my blanket, my pillow, my cushion here, but you can put your blanket to support my coccyx because it does tend to, if you've got quite bony areas, you want to have a nice bit of cushion there because otherwise all you can feel is that horrible pressure and you don't want that. So you need to be comfortable. So I've got my lovely little cushion. So we're going to go back and forth like this. Okay. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10. I'm going to keep my feet down for this one. You can lift if you want. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to come into a boat. Breathe for 10. You can take your hands off if you want and straighten your legs, different options. Again, this is our little sort of taster class. Bring the feet down, pick up your weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boat, Navasana. Down, last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boat, last one. Everyone's favourite pose. Good. Then just bring your right leg in front of your left. You can bring your weights with you, and we're just going to come forwards. Having the weights is quite nice to bring the body forwards into a little hip opener. Really flex your feet just to support the knees. Wiggle your hips. Get your breath back. Good. Now when you do some core work, it's quite nice to come into a little back bend on your tummy. So we're going to come into a sphinx just to stretch out the belly. So come down. I'm just going to kick those away. There we are. So elbows underneath the shoulders. Tilt the pelvis backward. Stretch out your tummy. We're going to do a little sort of variation of plank here on our forearms. You're going to bend your knees and just lift your tummy off. And I just want you to almost do a swimming motion. And then come down and relax into Sphinx. And again, this is so good for Sphinx. It gets the muscles working. We're just going to do that a few times. Lift. Just move your body like a fish. Again, you might want to put something under your knees and come down. Has a huge impact on your core, this one. You can really feel it. Let's do one more, and you can do as many as you like. And down, good. Relax. Push up through Cobra. Back into dog. Walk the feet to the hands. And just have a little hang out there in Uttanasana. So we're going to do some triceps in triangle. So I'm just going to face this way. I'm going to use my 3 kilo weights. Okay. And I'm going to come quite high on the other weight here so I can lift up. Okay. So from here, we're going to do our triceps. Okay. So you want to really get the arm hugged in. Push the feet away from each other so you're stable. Okay. And if a 3 kilo weight is too heavy, just use your 2. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop the arm down and we're going to do 10 rows. 1, which are much easier. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change sides. Okay, because it does get quite, you do tire quite quickly, so it's good to just keep changing arms. So we're going to do the triceps first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My right's much stronger. And then we're coming down to do our pulls. I'm going to use a heavier weight for this one because it's a stronger muscle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Triceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Triceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To our rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn to the long side of your mat, widen the legs, a lovely wide-legged forward fold, Padottanasana. Bend the knees. Take 10 breaths. And just continuing with our rows here, we're going to do 10 more on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. If you want to come into Malasana, this is a lovely relaxing pose if your body allows you to come into it. So what we're going to do now is come into Skandasana. There's a bit of leg work going on here. I'm going to use my 7 kilo weight for this one because it really is in the legs. So Skandasana, turn the feet out, grab your weight, okay? You hug it right in, and then you're just going from side to side in your own time. See how that feels. If you don't want to use the weight, you don't have to, okay? You can just make this a little bit more creative. So the weight obviously helps those glutes to work. Then we're coming back down. Good. And then just heel tone the feet together. Come into a little squat. Come down onto your back. Draw the right knee into the chest. And we'll come into a twist. Take the knee over the body. Give that neck back a nice release. Back onto your back, change legs, squeeze that left knee in. Take it over the body, reach out with your left arm. And feel everything slowing down. Lovely feeling, that lovely aftermath you get from your yoga practice, weights or not. And back onto your back. And just drift off into your well-deserved shavasana. Quickly cast your mind back to the beginning of your class. Notice how you were feeling. Notice the difference. All the shifts. Not just physically, mentally, emotionally. And that's yoga. And you can stay here for as long as you like. Have a lovely day. And thank you for joining me today.